All right, today we're going to be talking about ladder anxiety. The ladder is a scary place, filled with darkness and terror. And sometimes clicking that matchmaking button is a hurdle to overcome. The ladder is filled with cheese, all-ins, goofy one-base builds, and anything you can imagine. Even just clicking that matchmaking button can be a barrier to overcome. I understand that this button is pretty scary. I do think that it's pretty common to have some degree of ladder anxiety when you're starting out. It's something that I certainly had when I started playing. It was not that long ago, but I clearly remember. I remember being in Gold League and being terrified of the unknown, terrified about the possibility of being cheesed again and losing again. Sometimes it's a fear of the unknown, and sometimes it's a fear of losing your MMR, losing your fancy promotion, and it can feel very intimidating to click that button. And I completely understand this fear. When you match into a game, you really have no idea what you're going to get. This is a concept that's taken me time to fully understand and internalize, but I have realized that there are many things in Starcraft that you cannot control. You can't control what your opponents do. You can't control the style your opponent chooses. You cannot control the matchups that you play. If you're terrified of one matchup, you cannot control that you might get that matchup 5 games in a row, right? All of these uncontrollable factors will make this button seem even scarier. Whenever someone asks me about ladder anxiety, I usually give the same advice. What I recommend is that you set a goal to play games. You can pick a number as low as you want. I think something like 3 games is a good place to start. You can go higher, you can even go lower, but it's important for this goal to be realistic. If I go into a ladder session and I say to myself, the objective for today's ladder session is to play 3 games. That's it. That's the only objective I have, is to play a certain number of games. It doesn't matter if I win them. It doesn't matter if I lose all 3. Again, the goal is not to win. The goal is not to gain MMR. The goal is to play games. The only reliable way to lessen ladder anxiety is to dive into the unknown and embrace the chaos of matchmaking. For myself, once I began to play a certain amount of games, I was far less intimidated by the idea of ladder. Now, when I enter the queue, I am welcoming in a certain amount of chaos and a certain amount of uncertainty. But honestly, this chaos and this randomness is what makes it so exciting and so fulfilling to play Starcraft. Just get out there. Just get out there and just get out there and try your best. I think the more you can embrace it, I think the better time you'll have with it. Anyways, just get out there. Just get out there. Again, I'm not saying this is easy, but once you get out there, you start giving it your shot, I guarantee you it's going to be exciting. Anyways, I hope this is helpful advice. I hope this is useful, and I hope this encourages more folks to dive into the ladder and give it their best shot. Anyways, I hope this video about clicking a button was helpful, and maybe it'll encourage you to click this button, or maybe this button. That would be very helpful. All right. I also stream on Twitch. I stream mostly ladder. I do some analysis. It's a good time. You can check that out down below. I also have a podcast with my buddy Will, where we talk about the ups and downs of the ladder experience and how to deal with it. But again, hey, thanks for watching. Thanks for being here.